Red flags to notice in an interview. The purpose of an interview is to evaluate candidates for an opportunity, and for the candidates to decipher whether they feel like it's a good fit. The interview process typically can't portray how the candidate or employer will be daily, but both parties are on their best behavior to make a great impression. Unfortunately, since the interview process can be stressful, you'll find individuals working in the wrong position for that person in the company, because they overlook bad signs. To help both candidates and hiring managers, we've placed together 4 red flags for both parties below. 4 red flags for candidates. 1. Vague descriptions. The hiring manager you're interviewing with should be capable of providing a detailed description of what your responsibilities will be. Suppose the hiring manager gives vague descriptions of your day-to-day role. They could be hiding essential information you need, or the company doesn't see the value in the opportunity. On the flip side, it could be a new role they're trying to fill, and it's just necessary for the candidate asks more questions about the position until they have a better understanding. 2. Background of position. If you find out that various employees have been promoted in this position, this could be a good sign as they value their employees. However, if this role has seen high turnover, then this is the time to request more information as to why. 3. Lack of time and respect. Candidates are expected to arrive on time and prepared. This goes the same for employers. Candidates should note if the hiring manager hasn't seemed to review their resume, is late to the meeting, or is easily distracted. These signs show that the hiring manager could not be taking the interview process seriously, and could relate to other aspects of the office. 4. On-the-spot offer. After the interview process, both parties should evaluate whether they'd like to move forward with the offer. If the hiring manager is too anxious to fill the role, it could be that they need a person and disregarding the candidate's needs. 4 flags for employers. 1. Unprepared. The interview process is for candidates to put their best foot forward and show their interest in the role. So, candidates should arrive on time, be dressed appropriately, and pay the hiring manager's attention. If candidates are distracted, late, and appear sloppy, they are likely not as interested in the position, and will use the same lack of awareness of detail. 2. Talking poorly of former managers. If candidates speak poorly of past coworkers, managers, or companies they've worked for, they set the precedent that they could also say ill things about your business or employees. 3. Not asking questions. The interview process is the perfect time to ask as many questions as possible from both parties, to understand better if it's the right fit. If you find that the candidate isn't asking any questions regarding the position or company, it could be that they didn't prepare for the interview, and will apply this work ethic in the role. All candidates should have, at the very least, a couple of questions, even about the next steps in the interview process. Provide the hiring manager's email to the candidate and encourage the candidate to email if they think of any other questions in the meantime. 4. Suspicious work history. The pandemic created employment gaps for many, but if you notice that a candidate seems to leave their position after a year, it could signal they don't invest themselves in their role or the company. Before discrediting the candidate's suspicious work history, ask questions regarding why their experience at various businesses is short, and why there may be an employment gap. Of course, you may find one red flag during the interview process, from either the candidate or the employer. However, don't let that be a deal breaker, as mistakes can happen. Stay aware during the process, and be sure to take notes after the interview process. We hope these tips help you during your next interview. Visit our careers page to learn about our open opportunities. Happy job searching!